What's going on, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Welcome to Texas Podcast. Thank you for all the day ones, all the new subscribers, all the likes, all the comment, all the feedback. Thank you so much. Listen, I just want to clear up some things. To me, it has never been about views or who's watching or how many people are even paying attention. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It don't matter how many people are tuning in. It to me, it's never based off of that. So all these comments about, oh, Mark, this, comments this, viewers this, subscribers this, uh, that's irrelevant to me. That ain't gonna stop me. Uh, you're not gonna be able to play reverse psychology on me. Deception about bots and blowing up the chats and view numbers and subscribers. No, I could care less about that, man. I care less about that. I get more views by doing the videos, not by lives. That's why I chop up the lives and put them out there in videos. Because eventually, a new subscriber, a new person will click on it, and the word will get out there. Yeah, we're going live here, young blood. What's going on? I'm about to send the link here in a little bit. Excuse my Wi-Fi, man. It started thunderstorming and raining over here. And then once it starts doing that, man, the internet starts not really working. So I had to come over here. Oh, cause I can, bro. I mean, at this point, when they accuse you and call you and humiliate you on public, I mean, you have no choice. I'm going to continue talking about it. I'm gonna talk about Texas as well. I'm getting a lineup. You see, you kind of contradict yourself. You see, because you're saying why you stay speaking on Bama G, and then you say one dude is not Bama. So you see, you kind of contradicting yourself right there. Because I'm not, you know, we're speaking about one dude right now that it just happens to be that he's from Alabama. If he would have been from Texas or uh Louisiana, Mississippi, uh Chicago, New Mexico, Arizona, I mean, I'll probably be talking about it too. But it just happens to be that Mark did a documentary that went worldwide and national. I'm not the only person that's curious about it or intrigued. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's somebody across overseas, wondering the same thing. I never made it personal, man. It was just content. I don't see no different than somebody else making a video of somebody. I don't see no different. I didn't put nobody's address out there. I'm not making a dropping people's addies and stuff like that, man. These dudes try to use street tactics on social media, intimidation, bullying, uh, everything you can name, man. Anything you can name, and then and then people are asking, "Hey, man, why are you still stuck on it?" I'm gonna be like, "Man, well, fuck. If somebody publicly humiliated you, how would you feel? How would you feel if it was never about you? It was about this guy that made this documentary, but they called you, your family, your loved ones, everything in the book. You and then people say, "Oh, you're taking it too personal. You're taking it too personal." Well, wouldn't you take it personal? Here, once I go to the other, once I go, because I'm just waiting for the Wi-Fi to pick back up, man. I had to reboot it, so that's why I had to use the phone real quick. Yeah, see, that's the thing that I don't feel bad, man. That I shouldn't even. I don't know anybody in apology. I didn't put nobody's address out there. I didn't. Everything that I'm being accused of, I didn't do it. So it's like I can't. You know, you try to hold me accountable for everything. You try to blame me. How come? What happened to self accountability? I mean, let me see this message right. Hold on, real quick. Let me see if I can put this on here real quick. You see, I'm the one in blue, and the other guy is in the black. As you can see, it says, "I get that. I get that we would do the same, but we have to be able to separate the two. If we all lived by prison politics, we would be living like Mad Max. I guess I know my time is short. Life is precious. At the end of the day, a sin is a sin. I have done a lot of bad to community as a youth. I guess I'm getting soft hearted that I feel bad for the dude. You know, this is me telling him, you know, and his reply was, I was tricked and bamboozled. One thing for sure, I betted on the wrong horse." And I texted him back and I said, look, man, you good, man. We can still clean it up. But then I started thinking, I'm like, man, you know, this guy wouldn't give me the opportunity, man. And a lot of people are going to be saying, that these text messages are fake or AI created. Man, that's the same number that guy be promoting. I realize that, man. I realize that. But at the same time, man, let's keep it content. We don't have to be living by prison or street politics on social media. I don't get that. People want to be holding people accountable to street and prison politics. We're not in prison. We're not in the streets. We're a law-abiding citizen, and some of the people that are even on YouTube have never been to jail. Yeah, you're right about that, man. But once you come on social media and you start telling your stories, don't get mad when other people start expressing their opinions. Don't get mad. So everybody else can come on YouTube and speak about everybody else, but once I do it, it's like, man, come on, that's his story. So I can't give my own opinion. Everybody else does it, man. But as soon as I do something, it's taboo. It's out of the ordinary. There's something wrong with me. But why? I'm just doing everything. I'm trying to keep it as much respectful and real as possible, man. I'm not. I've never involved anybody's families. I never dropped. I mean, I don't know how else I can prove it to y'all, man. I honestly don't. But I'm not gonna sit there and waste my energy and time to try to prove my something I can't. I can't. I mean, I can research up Mark. I can watch his documentaries. My feelings have been out, bro. To be, this is content, man. And as long as you're on YouTube, don't get mad. I've been called everything in the book, man. That if I was in a prison politics or street politics, man, if they would have got wind of that or false accusations, then putting that kind of a fake jacket on me, man, I could have been unalived. I'm like, man, you don't care about all those stuff. I mean, like, and this message, yeah, man. Mark doesn't speak or portray everybody from Alabama, bro. You got guys like Young Blood, uh, Fred Lee, Blood Brim. I mean, you got a lot of stand-up dudes that actually came on these platforms and spoke their mind. They spoke their mind respectfully from their experience and from what they seen. So I'm not saying everybody from Alabama is in the same boat as Mark. No. Because as you can see, Youngblood came out, he said, no, man, I'm not down with that, man. I'm from Alabama, which is rightfully due. One bad apple can't ruin the whole basket. I'm not painting Alabama like the whole state. I'm not putting or categorizing everybody under Mark. Mark just happens to be the poster boy for his status in that documentary. That's it. Now, if JG would have been, rest in peace, maybe he would have been the poster child. But it's not. It just happens to be that Mark's Mark. And I understand, you know, you coming from Alabama and you got this character, that's putting a stain, not forget whatever gang set he represents, man. Because when you go to the federal prisons or you go move to another state, man, you're probably the same, man. Look, I'm from Texas, I'm from Alabama. You're proud of where you're birthed, your hometown. Regardless, man, if you're born in Chicago, I got the state of Texas tatted on my shoulder. I got Dallas tatted on me. I'm proud of my state and city. So I'm pretty sure everybody else feels the same way about their state and city. But then again, we're not the ones that told Mark to go in there and participate in that documentary. We didn't pay him the Zuzus and Whamboos and then cheeseburgers and fries. All we did was just tune in and watched it. That's it. Now it just happens to be that he's from Alabama. He could have been from Georgia, Atlanta, Mississippi, Texas. But it just happens to be, hey, he's from Alabama. But that doesn't mean that everybody from Alabama is a deviant or is rocking with that type of background. I'm pretty sure there's some stomp down dudes, you know what I mean? But them same stomp down dudes need to speak up and be like, hey, I wouldn't do it. And if I wouldn't do it, there really ain't no another excuse for me here from another man to see what he would do it for. And there's no kind of excuse, man, because even if they were right, a support letter, the parole board, they're gonna be like, okay, what kind of support letter is this? Oh, this is from a director journalist that did a documentary about the Pred Act. Oh, okay, so what was this guy's role? And just by looking at his disciplinary records, you're going to be like, oh, he's a deviant. So most likely this guy was the aggressor. We don't care how many support letters this guy sends him. Thank you for the support letter. Thank you for letting us know that this guy participated in the documentary, and we don't need to let him out. The parole board is going to look at all your disciplinary records. They don't need to sit there and say, oh, okay, were you the aggressor or the victim? No, they're going to go based off your file. They're going to open up your file. Oh, okay, we got a support letter here from Jonathan Schwartz from a documentary, the pre-act. Okay, and then they're going to research the disciplinary record. Oh, okay, well, he got this sexual misconduct. Okay, this sexual exposure. Oh, okay, so, and then they're going to look at, okay, so this guy must have been the victim, and this guy those records paint a picture of who you are. It's that simple. That's how these criminologists and these FBI agents, they go off your method of operation on how the way you operate. So basically, that 20-year file right there, that parole board looks at it and they're like, oh, this guy ain't changed. He ain't changed worth a bit. And that's the thing, man, that it's not just, oh, we're picking on Mark. No, man. It just happens to be that it's Mark. Yeah, bro. I mean, it ain't nothing personal, man. I ain't got nothing against Bama. And I mean, if the dude was Mexican or white, man, I done told y'all, I would have flipped the script, man. It's more, to me, it's more of a what's right and wrong, man. I mean, it's I don't like to like try to brainwash people or I just try to make you analyze and realize the way I see it, the way I picture things, and I'm like, man, it's not, it just ain't right. But see, that's a lot of things too, man. That there's a lot of guys that go in there and they be dealing with them boys, and they don't come out here and they don't tell their spouses. Yeah, they do, bro. It's called the castle law. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna call these gun ranges up here, man, and ask them. Because you can call them and ask them certain ones if they allow you. Because as long as you're under supervision, but like a person that works up there at the gun range, uh, you can go up there, man. Yeah, the castle law, bro. You can live. You can live inside a tent, and then that is your home. That is your castle. If somebody comes, you know, kicking it or messing with it, man, you have the right to defend it. As awkward as it sounds, it is what it is. That's your castle. Even a cardboard box. If that's what you're living in, that's going to be considered your castle. You see, in the comments right there, he goes, "I'm going to have Big Noonie take down that video about you too to show good faith." And then he goes, "It's done." Right. So they were trying to use all those videos like bargaining chips, like chips to be like, hey, you take those videos down, I take these videos down, and we go. And I'm like, we passed that point, man, because you done said everything that's possible. Yep. The state laws let you have it, man, but the federal laws can pick it up. But the federal laws here won't pick it up, man, because it's Texas. As long as you're defending your castle, they won't fuck with you, regardless. Now, if you out there bullshitting and carrying, yeah, they'll throw you. They'll throw that ex felon in possession. Yeah, but that's the chance you take, man. I mean, they'll and there's also certain circumstances, man. You can't just be how can I say? There's certain circumstances that you have to abide to. They can, man. Only if you're out there doing something bad. But if you're doing something, man, to protect your life and everybody else's life, that's Texas don't play like that. Texas don't care. Texas, what Texas cares is that if you're out there causing trouble and causing a ruckus, if you're out there causing problems, Texas and the federal will throw the book at you. Yeah, but he's in Mark. Let me go see if the Wi-Fi is ready real quick. Okay, there we go. I'm about to send the link.
My first boy was JD. We were together for approximately 2 years before he went home on parole. During those 2 years, we developed great feelings for one another. You know, he was like my shadow. Everywhere you seen me, you seen him. You know, we were best friends. It wasn't the relationship wasn't based on sex. You know, me fucking him in his ass. It was more than that. You know what I'm saying? I cared deeply about him. I woke up. First thing I wanted to see was him. Before I went to bed at night, the last thing I wanted to see was him. I was in love with him.
The game is in the penitentiary.